Today we're going over the determining ionic charge activity. So we're going to be using our periodic table to help fill out this chart and then respond to the following questions. So I'm going to do a couple examples with you just to kind of give you a little bit of idea of what we're doing today. So for the first one, we've got lithium. We want to find the number of protons it has, and that is the same as the atomic number. So if we're using our periodic table, I've highlighted here our atomic number is this top number, and that is our number of protons. So when we find lithium, we see that that number is 3. And then going to the next column, we're finding the number of valence electrons. That's the same as the group number. So I've highlighted that number for us. It's the one that's associated with A. So you'll see that there's this number all the way across up to 8. So there can only ever be 8 valence electrons. So that gives us a good indicator of how many valence electrons we're dealing with. So lithium falls in the 1A category, which means it has 1 valence electron. Our next step then is to look at the row number to figure out how many electron shells it has, and lithium falls in this second row number. For this fourth column, what we do is we divide the valence electrons by the shells. So this gives me 1/2. And this column's asking me if that number here, this column 1/2 is 1 or less, that means mine is going to lose electrons. So lithium will lose electrons. And if it's going to lose electrons, that means my charge is going to be positive however many valence electrons I have. So 1. Let's try this again with the next one, just to or maybe we'll skip around a little bit. So let's go to aluminum. So for aluminum, we're in this number 13 as our atomic number. So that means we have 13 protons. We're in column 3A, so we must have 3 valence electrons. And we're in this third period or this third row. So we have 3 as our row. If we divide 3 by 3, we get 1. So if the valence shell divided or valence divided by the shell is 1 or less, yep, it's 1, we're going to lose. And since we are lose, we're going to have a positive however many valence electrons, so positive 3. Now let's try, let's go to nitrogen here. Actually, let's do, nitrogen. Nitrogen is atomic number 7, so it has 7 protons. The column that it's in, sorry, I guess you can see that down there. The column that it's in is 5A, so it has 5 valence electrons. It is in this second row. So our answer is 5/2, which is greater than 1. So that means it's going to gain. And if we look at our gain, we need to take the valence electrons and subtract by 8. So 5 was my valence, minus 8 is going to be -3 as my charge. So we're going to fill out the remainder of this looking at all of these elements along the left-hand side, and then you do have some practice problems. I also have an additional video down below for you to take a look at.